Hi everyone, I'm Adam Riemer. I run Adam Riemer Marketing. During this, so I'm gonna go through it a little bit fast from some feedback from Vegas. So if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. There's a microphone in the middle of the room. If I say anything you don't understand or I use a word that doesn't make sense, then feel free to ask what it is or just be like, dude, seriously, slow down. And we'll be good to go, okay? And feel free to interrupt whenever if you have questions. So this presentation is about affiliates adding value who may be poaching sales from you. If they are poaching sales from you, how you can help to turn them into a value-adding affiliate, as well as what you may want to do if you find out that they are not adding value and they basically are not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to go over what is value-adding, then reputation management and the SERPs, that's search engine ranking positions, things to watch out for, coupon and loyalty sites, PPC affiliates, content affiliates, which includes product bloggers, websites, and bloggers and sites with coupons, media buys and custom deals, and tools you can provide your affiliates with to help grow your program. So what is adding value? Adding value is when an affiliate is able to send you sales from customers that wouldn't have known about you without them. They have their own traffic sources, do not rely or depend on merchants, and they have their own loyal following or their own marketing channel that you wouldn't normally have access to. So one example of this, which is kind of tricky, is a manufacturer versus a retailer. A manufacturer has a product and they send it out. So some of them now have their own websites. So if you look at Thane Direct or the North Face, but they also sell their products to a million different retail shops. So these retail shops put it in their data feeds and their affiliate channel and everything. The manufacturer, if their affiliates, if they have a program, are bidding on their trademarks, that's not really adding value. At the same time, if the retailer, like an Eastern Mountain Sports, for example, has somebody bidding on a North Face jacket, that adds value to Eastern Mountain Sports. So adding value is really going to depend on who you are in the industry, what your role is, and what the products are. One other example with the manufacturer versus the retailer to think about is that the retailers buy the product and they are an actual distribution channel, just like their affiliates, their pay-per-click merchants, or agencies and everything else. So it's really kind of hard to define and figure out who's adding value just from a generic standpoint. So the first part is reputation management and the SERPs. Is everyone familiar with reputation management SEO? Okay. So you need to look at who and what is ranking for your trademarks. And your trademarks include everything with extensions like mydomain.com plus coupons, mydomain.com plus reviews. And if they're showing up for this, what's going to happen? People are going to see a coupon code box, or they may check a review. If they see a coupon code box, just leave, click on that link, and then they come back to your site. That affiliate did nothing for you. You can easily rank for those terms yourself and not have to pay a commission, a network fee, an override fee, an annual fee, depending on the network you're on, and save your company a lot of money. And then you also have to ask yourself, do you rank for your own terms? Do you have the top 10 listings when you go into Google and type your company name and other variations of it, as well like coupons? So what you may want to do is buy mydomaincoupons.com, mydomaincouponcodes.com, mydomainreviews.com. And that's one way. And then you start optimizing those to rank for those terms, and that way you don't have to pay out commissions that weren't owned. If you have sites showing up, wow, I'm saying a lot. If you have those sites showing up a lot, but they're not affiliates for you, what you can do is you don't want to turn these into affiliates. There's a few reasons for this. If an affiliate has a review site and it's coming up naturally, and it was somebody like maybe a mommy blogger that really loved your product, well, one, if you turn that person into an affiliate, now they have to have an FTC disclosure on their post. So this could actually take away from the trustworthiness of the site and the trustworthiness of the review. If something happens and you have an issue in the media, or your CEO does something that messes up your company and people are complaining about you everywhere, basically people may start to say that, hey, they're buying reviews, they're paying for this, and all of a sudden a real review about a legit product turns into something that harms your company. So it's not necessarily good to turn those sites into affiliates, especially because you're going to now have to pay out affiliate commissions and everything else if a link's clicked or if an affiliate cookie is stuffed. You also want to work onto your PR. So get your PR team to start building this up. So that way your company is getting incremental sales. If your PR team can get sites like TechCrunch or Mashable to start showing up for your products, or even the mommy bloggers, then you're not going to have to worry about your shopping cart being poached as much from people just leaving and then clicking the link, because the affiliate cookie won't be set. So things to watch out for. When an affiliate and you're approaching them, if they say you don't have enough traffic, this is very common with some of the larger coupon sites. What they're maybe referring to is that you don't have enough traffic to send to me, so I can tag them with a cookie and send back to you. That's the most common response I've gotten over the last maybe 8 years that I've been managing programs. So then another thing that could happen is affiliates will ask you for a backlink to their website. And although that sounds great, you want to help your partners out, or they'll ask you to tweet out their products. What you're now doing is, if you're doing it from your corporate account, when you send out your tweet or you send them a backlink, you're sending your own customers to this affiliate site so that they can be tagged, and you're now paying for your own customers. I had one merchant, I just went shopping for shoes online. And when the box came, there was a coupon site placed on the site. And then I also had another one where I had a content site where they had great reviews of the product. They were also affiliates. If I went to that site and then clicked to go back, they just lost me as a customer where they would have gotten their full margin, and now they have to pay multiple commissions on it. Unfortunately, the one coupon site also had a toolbar. So we'll get into that in a little bit and how this can affect you. Okay. So another thing is, if you tweet out and share links from your website out to your top performing affiliates, to do something nice to them. Although it sounds nice, when your competitors and competing affiliate managers in your niche go to your website to look for this link, they're going to see who you're linking to. And if this is a top performer, they're going to try to poach them, and you could essentially lose this affiliate. If they work with that merchant too, and you're sending your traffic there and they're having a sale, you could now lose a customer to your competitors because you link to this site that has multiple merchants. Slide 2 is coupon and loyalty sites still. So what to look for, the bad. Do they rank for your terms? When you type your domain name plus coupons in, are those your top affiliates? Are they actually sending sales that are incremental? We're going to get into how to figure this out in a minute. Are they bidding on your trademarks and domains? So when you type it in, look at the AdWords. What you may want to do is search from a different location. So if you're based in New England, search from California. You can do that in your Webmaster Tool settings. You can do it a bunch of different ways. And that way you can see, because they can IP block you, they can also, well, not necessarily IP blocking you, that's more with adware, but with PPC, they can block your location in the area around your store. So that way you're not going to see the ads showing. So you want to search from different locations, and you can also search from different times of the day in case they're time stamping you out. So that way, oh, this guy's not going to look. He finishes work at 5 p.m., and they're on the East Coast. So let's start bidding on the trademark at 7 p.m. East Coast time, because they're not going to check. So that's a really good way to start to find out if they're doing that to you. Are you on a page dedicated to you on a coupon site? So this can be great if they are not ranking for your terms. This can actually help you. It shows all the deals that you have available. Unfortunately, this also usually leads to them ranking for your domain plus coupons. So what I do in this case is, when a coupon site partners with me in one of my programs, I make the affiliate on the dedicated page put a no index tag on it. And what that does is it tells most of the major search engines, do not index this page, and most of the time it'll keep it from showing up inside the SERPs for you. And then you need to look, do they have couponware, loyaltyware, reminderware, adware, BHOs, toolbars? No matter what they name it, it's all, for the most part, the same thing. Most of these applications can offer a coupon when the person gets to your site. So if you are paying for a PPC ad, okay, or you send out an email campaign and the person clicks and comes to your site, if they have the browser helper object or a toolbar, there's multiple things that could happen. It could show, click here for a coupon for this merchant. So they just took credit for a sale that you paid to bring in yourself that they didn't earn. It could automatically force a redirect and set a cookie, and now they get credit regardless, and it's going to look like it came from your affiliate channel, but the reality is it came from a different channel, and you're not properly attributing your money to a channel that's more profitable. Normally when you do go to a website and see this, look for words like toolbar. Look for browser icons like the Firefox icon or the Internet Explorer icon, and that's a good way to find it. When you go to look for our shopping helper, that's another common term people use, you'll see find coupons no matter where you are or you'll never miss a coupon when you're online, and you'll never have to miss a sale again. You'll see words like that, and you want to download it and see how it reacts on your site. Open up your cookies. You want to clear them, and you'll see if your affiliate cookie is being set when you hit the site. You'll also see if it starts showing coupons. You may want to do it from a home computer in case they know your IP addresses, or have a friend download it and see what happens that way, because they can easily IP block you, many of them. So why is it bad? You paid to bring these customers into your own website, and now when the person hits your website, you just lost a full margin customer. You're now paying out numerous fees, from affiliates fees to your salary or your OPM fee if you outsource your program. You're paying your merchant ID fee like we said before. And that could potentially happen every time that person comes back. So you're not making as much money as you could have off that particular sale and every repeat sale through them. In my opinion, it's a zero value add. The toolbars, with the exception, some of the toolbars of the more popular sites, some of them are here at the show, you will see in the search engines, it places an icon to save money in the SERPs. So if you're ranked number 9 in the search engines, they'll see an icon that they can save money. That could actually add value to you. At the same time, that's going to happen when they click your trademarks. That's going to happen when you're in the number 1 position. So you have to figure out, is it worth getting those sales from the number 9 position, but losing commissions on everything else that I've already worked really hard to rank for? It could create a bad user experience, and this isn't toolbar related. If coupons are expired or you don't have any. So if somebody finds these coupon sites and you remove them, or they find them and it says click to reveal coupon, and sometimes they say no coupons available, they're going to go to the next site, see the same thing, because you know what, you're not offering coupons, or they haven't updated your page. Your end user and your customer is going to get very frustrated with you, not necessarily the coupon site, and you've now created a very negative experience for yourself. One thing that I do is I don't work with sites that make you have to take an action to see a coupon code. I want my customers and my clients' customers to see exactly what's going to happen when they're on that site and if something's available. They shouldn't have to take an action. If the coupon site's smart, they're going to write, well, click here to redeem the steal. And a lot of them will have instructions on many pages, or read how to use coupon codes. It'll be somewhere on their site. And yes, then they legitimately got the person to click. But having them click to reveal a code and have no code exist, that's a very negative user experience that can damage your brand a little bit. And with the zero value add, I also personally feel that, it's just an opinion, that when a coupon site ranks or bids on your trademark for your domain plus coupons, they're not adding value because that was a customer anyways. They're just looking for a coupon code. And by ranking your own terms and your own sites for it, well, you would have had those sales without paying all these extra fees. One other thing you have to watch out for is some of the networks, parent companies own toolbars and own adware applications that exist within their own networks. So when you're doing that, you're paying the network fee and you're paying the network the affiliate commission, even though they didn't refer the sale. So that's another tricky thing. I have examples, but I'm not going to show videos in this session because they're a little bit long, and I may be on another one later where I do have videos. And I'm happy to share videos with you all after this is over. So what to look for on coupon and loyalty sites? Do they have a newsletter? Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, so can you repeat that very last example you gave?
Was it, okay, so the question is, can I repeat the last example? Was it about the networks owning their own adware application? Okay, so some of the networks own websites that have different adware applications. So when this adware application comes into the site, it's not like it was an affiliate sending you a sale. It's actually a network property. So not only are you going to pay the network override fee or the network fee, which many of them have on every sale, but you're actually paying the network the commission as well. If it's from a toolbar sale or an adware sale and they didn't actually refer it, it came from your email campaign or something, then they didn't earn it, so they just, well, in my opinion, stole a sale from you, charged you an affiliate commission, charged you a network fee, but they didn't actually refer anything to you, so you just lost a bunch of money.
So some of the larger rev share networks actually have their own platforms?
Numerous ones. It's more than likely it's the parent company that owns the application. I don't want to name anyone's here because this isn't my adware speech, so that's why I'm not doing the demos either, but I'm happy to share with you some of them later. But yes, some of the major networks do own their own properties that have this type of adware and software and can potentially act in this behavior. You actually have to download it and test it to say for certain, yes, this will happen. But right now we're saying potentially because they can flick a switch and it automatically changes instantly. So that's also why I have videos over the years showing that this is a constant and continuous thing that happens. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any others so far? Okay, so let's go into some of the good about coupon sites, because to be honest, coupon sites and loyalty sites can completely make your program wonderful, and they can completely drive some great sales for you. So if they have a newsletter, some of them have hundreds of thousands of members on their newsletter. And so when I work with coupon sites, I tell them like, hey, every month I want a newsletter drop with one of my deals, and I give them a product or I give them a coupon that's going to add value. I'm like, hey, buy this product and you get this product at half off because I have a huge margin on the second product and it's a good complementary product to it. And so this is going to add a lot of value, expose me to their entire newsletter list, and each month I'm going to get a nice influx of incremental sales that I may not have had without. Do they have category sections? So if you have a Halloween store, since Halloween sales are starting, look for the sites that show up for Halloween coupons. Look for the sites that show up for Christmas coupons, back to school coupons, things like that. And if you can get your banner or you can get constant rotation inside that, that's going to add value to you, because if your site's not showing up and people are typing this directly into the search engines, not knowing what merchant they want, well, that's a value add. If you have a large search volume for a certain product, then they type in product plus coupon because it's expensive, and you have that product, get them to list a coupon for that product if you have the margin in that category, and that's a way to have coupon sites add some value to you. Even if they are showing up for your terms, the incremental value, if the volume's large enough, could actually outweigh that. The next one, can they no-index your page? I require this with every coupon site. They have to have a no-index tag, like I said before. I'm going to have since there's people coming in and out, I'm going to repeat a few things, so I apologize for that if you get tired of it. Have them separate coupons so you can track which sales came from which pages versus the page that ranks for your trademarks. So what I mean by this is if they do have a dedicated page to you, but they also have categories and they have a newsletter, give them separate coupons. This is a bit tricky because there's three things that they could do easily. One, they could put a redirect through a pop-up window, so even though it came from the value-adding page, like the category page, it redirects. If they have the regular page and it's that same coupon and they list it there but block your IP from seeing it, all of a sudden the redirect can happen and it looks like the URL's actually from the category page. And all of a sudden a sale that looks incremental was actually one that came from a customer that saw a coupon code box. Another thing that could happen is if you're not checking these sites and those dedicated pages regularly, your coupons could end up on other pages and the custom ones could go directly to that page on the top of the page. One of my affiliate sites, the majority of the traffic comes probably around 9 p.m. Because it's a very niche site where people that usually are up around that hour are just starting to wake up and shop. Just like maybe some affiliate marketer sites, a lot of us work at night. And so they could easily take it out and set the coupon to only show up during these hours. If you have a lot of your own traffic and if they're showing up for your trademarks, I have seen this happen before. So you want to check the site regularly to make sure they're not cross-promoting the coupons or putting the exclusive coupons for categories on that dedicated page. How many regular members do they have? You want to look and see. A lot of the coupon sites and loyalty sites will have a very large membership base, but you want to see how many comments and how many interactions are happening on the forums or inside their communities. Just 1 second, please. So if they have one post, if you buy a sticky on a forum, for example, and you look at other merchants and there's like 50 people reacting with it, that could be a really good potentially buy that adds a lot of value to you because it shows these customers check this site before they go to merchant sites or before when they're just looking for a specific type of product and niche. And hey, they want to buy the product, they're just not sure who to shop for. So look at the actual activity and see what's reacting on there. And you can also measure that with unique URLs. You had a question?
Yeah, I'm confused on the no indexing part. Are you saying that maybe you can no index their page order?
Yes. So the question is, are you requiring the affiliate to no-index their pages? I'm requiring it for my clients. They don't have to put a no-index tag on any page they don't want to. But if they want to work in my programs, they are not allowed to index to try to rank for my clients' terms plus coupons. And if they don't agree to that, they don't get in. It's really just that cut and dry with my programs. A lot of people have different opinions on it. I just don't want people showing up for the coupons because my content sites that constantly send me new visitors and incremental sales, guess what? The person sees that coupon code box, leaves. My content sites, they're going to lose their sales to some of these other sites. And when this happens, their sales go down, their conversion rates go down, and they stop working with you, especially if a competitor says, we have a higher conversion rate. You may start to lose their trust and lose their business and lose their traffic. And you don't ever want to have that happen to you because they're the ones who are helping you make money. Does that answer your question? Okay. Yes? Yeah, it's just that. So the question is, if you know, let me know if I got this right. If you no index just the branded page for your company, the other pages will still show up? Yeah. Yes. Google or other search engines are just not going to show the page that's dedicated to you. In theory, if Google's working properly. So, yeah, it's just, it's a way to help protect yourself, but it's your responsibility to rank for your own terms plus coupons, plus coupon codes, discounts. Oh, some fun things that I do with the coupon code box. I change the word coupon to tracking code because a lot of people are scared to be tracked. So you get less leaving. Or you put a link, click to see available coupons. That's another thing you can do. And when you open up a little box, they see what's available. They choose one of those. It automatically applies in. Or you can call it a voucher. But if you have a lot of UK customers, that may end up increasing the UK people leaving to go get it. There's a lot of different tricks you can do to help take them away from leaving your site and getting others. And you can actually just work with adding coupons in that add value. One example I gave was saying buy this product or buy 2 of these products and you get this product at like 20% off or 50% off. Well, now you're going to actually increase the AOV. Another one you can do is if you don't offer free shipping normally, you can offer free shipping at $75. But what you want to look at is if your average order value is like $50, you can help to increase your average order value by offering them free shipping at $75. But take into account the cost of the people in your shipping department, packaging materials, as well as the actual cost to ship the product. And you can actually increase your sales and your average order value and your revenue by doing this. You can also move old, outdated, or excess product in your warehouse, which decreases your overhead from having to pay for all the prices of storing products. And you can replace them with better selling products, newer versions, things like that. Does that answer the question okay? We all good? Okay. Any other questions so far? Okay. So let's go to the next slide. This one's showing you, I took this screenshot for a different show about 1.5 years ago. You'll see there is a very large search volume for niche coupon terms. People are looking for coupons, which could include grocery coupons, printable coupons, online coupons. That's a pretty good one if you get those sites. Store coupons, they have a pretty decent one. Shopping coupons. If they're looking for clothing coupons, a great one is Halloween coupons. You're going to see this increasing pretty drastically with the season coming up. You're going to see Christmas coupons going up. So these are all great terms to go in and go after these coupon sites that show up. Negotiate with them. Say, hey, we'll give you $100. Please just give us this top space with the 325 or 300 by 250 banner. And you're more than likely going to make more money than you spent on it, and they're going to be happy because they're generating sales, and your boss is going to be happy because, hey, your sales numbers just grew, and it's incremental value because you're not automatically showing up for this term already, and you're reaching a brand new audience that may not have known about your store. So those are great ones to go for. PPC affiliates. Are there any questions with coupon? Oh, one more thing about loyalty sites. I personally love them, and I work with a lot of them. My favorite one is Sunshine Rewards. They're here. I highly recommend talking to them. With them, though, if the loyalty site shows up is everyone familiar with what a loyalty site is? Okay. If they rank for your terms and the person goes to them and signs up for them, all of a sudden, you just lost a customer potentially permanently because the person now sees I can get cash back every time I shop with them, or I can get points to get a reward every time I shop there. So now instead of coming to you directly, they're going to go to they're potentially going to this loyalty site, and they're going to say, okay, I want my cash back. So even though you would have had a full margin customer, you now lose every time they go back there and pay the affiliate commission, the discount they get for the cash back and the network fees. A great thing to do, there's a lot of free software to start your own loyalty program, and this way they may not need it. There are plenty of amazing loyalty sites out there, and their goal is not to try to rank for your terms, but instead they have their own communities and they market into their own communities, and they can drive sales like no tomorrow. They're especially good for small brands and small businesses that don't actually have a brand yet, because you now get exposure to like maybe 20,000 moms or 50,000 people who enjoy playing a certain online game or something else. So this can be a huge way to start driving sales and building customers, is working with them. Okay, so PPC affiliates, trademark bidders, I already kind of went over. There's the regular, they just bid on your trademark, or they bid on your trademark plus coupons, which is the extension. Or they bid on your trademark, your domain name, plus the word reviews. Or one thing that creates a very negative experience, many of you may have seen this, is when you type in a store name and then you type in coupons, and you'll see that they're saying, oh, come here for coupons. And when they get to there, all of a sudden it's to say, you can win a $50 Target gift card, or you can win a gift card to this store or that store. But the reality is, some of these sites may not actually have it. So when they may associate your store with being with this fake contest, and that is one of the worst experiences you can provide, because then they start writing to your customer service. Your customer service team is dealing with somebody that's ripping you off and just trying to get your customers to come in for a fake contest, instead of helping actual customers ready to shop, and this person's going to be angry with your brand and may leave you for a competitor. One thing you can do to help with actual PPC affiliates who are not going to bid on your trademarks is provide them with a keyword list. Talk to your PPC team, see what's expensive for them, or find a list and give your affiliates this list. If you don't want to give them your top keywords, find out what one of them is, give them long tail, give them extensions, and help them bid on it, and then you've now provided them with ways to do it and ways to drive traffic, and you know with your commission, based on the revenue and the return and what you're going to have to pay out on commissions, what you're actually going to get from them. And you know that it has a very good chance of converting depending on how they write their ads, what the landing page looks like, and this can add a ton of value and increase your reach. So we'll go back to the North Face. Lots of people love selling North Face because the brand's amazing and it sells like crazy. So by having affiliates go in and starting to bid, actually I believe North Face actually requires their partners to not allow this, but we're just going to use them for example, so don't go do this. And basically, you can gain, if there's only 10 or 12 ads available and they're going to drive it to a landing page built for your store, or to their website where they're talking about a product and they have a banner for this particular product, then you now have 2 of the spaces or 5 of the spaces instead of just 1 of the spaces, and you can gain more of the market share in the PPC ads. So this could definitely add a lot of value to you. You want to provide them with negative keywords. Is everyone familiar with those are? Okay, good. And this helps them target their ads, increase their conversion rates, and help to make everything better. You want to include in your terms and conditions, this is extremely important, exactly what your PPC bidding rules are. That way, if you do not allow trademark bidding and somebody comes in, you catch them doing it, and it's been in your terms and conditions from day one, I normally go in and reverse every single sale they had from a trademark bid. And I'm saying, you did not read the terms and conditions, or you did read them like you said you did when you signed up for my program, and you didn't follow them. You did not earn these sales, you are not getting your commissions. So make sure your terms and conditions clearly state exactly what your policies are, and you provide them to the affiliates. You let them know, especially if you catch them doing it. Say, we do not allow this behavior. I need you to stop. One of the old things people used to do was just turn their commissions to 0 until they stopped. The issue with that is if you have content sites driving sales to you, and the person goes and clicks on one of those, the affiliate cookie may be set, so now the content site is losing the sale. They're still not getting commission, but guess what? Your content site's also losing sales, so they're going to be not as happy with you and not as inclined to respond to you or want to work with you. So then there's third-party engines. If you are not working with Ask.com or with maybe Alta Vista or something, and an affiliate wants to do it, I sometimes say, you know what, let them. We're not there. We're not giving it there. If it's a trademark, yeah, it could happen. If other competitors are bidding on your trademarks in these and your PPC team really won't, ask whoever's in charge of marketing, be like, look, I'd like to get us exposure here. Other people are bidding on our terms. Let's let an affiliate do it and see what type of profit we can get from this. And then let's let them continue because they were the ones that said, I want to do this. I know the volume's there and I know we can drive some sales. It's very questionable on the incremental value, but if you're not there and other people are taking your customers for searching your terms on this, you're losing customers potentially. So it's a good way to help test and get your PPC department going for it. Are there any questions? Content sites, are they always value adding? No. It's a common misconception that just because you work with bloggers and just because you work with webmasters doesn't mean they're value adding. If they start to rank for your terms again, then they are going to do the same thing that a coupon poach could have done. If they rank for it just when somebody types it in regularly, people are going to see this, and depending on their title tag, it could be more enticing. Some may write, read this before you shop at XXX domain or whatever your domain is, and that could entice the click down there. So even though it was intentional. If they write a review of a bunch of products and they come up and for your domain name, all of a sudden they could start poaching the sales, but they didn't intend to, and that isn't adding value to you either. Can they hurt you with reviews? This has closed numerous programs. Like sites go after, or managers may go after sites that show up for the trademark. They get rid of the links on it and turn them into affiliate links. This hurts your SEO because an affiliate link, for the most part, is not a backlink. So all of a sudden, when these backlinks start to disappear, you could end up losing your SEO and your own rankings for other terms because you no longer have them. Also, the FTC disclosures take away from the validity of the reviews. They could start replacing you, even though they're showing up for your trademarks, if you start to say you need to put the FTC disclosure, and they say, well, I don't want to offend my audience. They can replace you with a competitor. They can also easily replace you with Amazon. I know I've done that in the past where I just placed an Amazon widget instead, and it's just a part of it. You have to remember, you don't own the affiliate sites. They own their own websites. At the other time, if the traffic comes to the site, they may not trust the site. So you want to remind this affiliate, if they start putting your competitors up, guess what? They're looking for this product or this type of information. And if you're not providing it, they're not going to trust your site and go to the next site below, and they're going to gain your readers, and they may subscribe, so you could actually lose part of your audience. So that's a good way to help combat it. Is turning a site that reviewed you into an affiliate adding value. We already went over that a little bit. 1, you lose your backlinks. 2, they have to add the FTC disclosure. It starts to take away from the validity of the review. Wow, that word's a little hard to say today. So websites, turning links into affiliate links, we already said that, rank for terms. So websites, a lot of them have newsletters as well. You want to get involved with the newsletters, see if they have sponsorships, subscribe yourself, see if they place banner ads on the top. Click the banner ads and see if it redirects through an affiliate network. See if they have follow or shop with this merchant, if they have a text link ad in the middle of it, at the bottom. Find out what they have and see how you can get involved with their newsletters. Dedicated pages. If it's all about your store instead of about products in your store, ask them to no index it. You want to make sure there's a lot of sessions here on advertising law, FTC disclosures, Nexus. You want to attend these sessions, because it'll help you figure out what you need them to do and if it's necessary for you. And it's to protect you and your company. And you want to make sure that if you turn it into an affiliate link and it wasn't actually a paid review or anything, that it actually stays the same. Links and content instead of a banner on the site. So one thing that I do with a lot of affiliates is I go out to their websites and I look for different keywords that exist on their pages. So if you have a product that sells really well with you and you find a site that ranks for that particular keyword, and then you see where the keyword is, say, hey, we convert at maybe X% off of this keyword. We paid this amount of commission. Because you do this, we know the traffic volume is this much. You could potentially be making X amount of money now if you just place an affiliate link off of this keyword. So this is one way to grab a really good value-adding content site right there. What's the next one? Include a text link under banners. So sometimes they just place a banner on their site. One thing that I found with my own personal affiliate sites and working with affiliates is that by placing a little piece of language under the site that says, click here to visit the store, or shop now and save, or something like that, they may see the banner, but they may not click on it. Telling the person what to do helps. So by doing this and recommending it to your affiliate, you could help the affiliate increase their click-through rate and potentially their sales. And this could really start to help you generate more sales, make your affiliates more happy, and help them want to actually add you to more pages, more sections of their site, and maybe even write more content about your products or the great customer service you provide them and other things. Are there any questions so far? Okay. Bloggers and sites with coupons. One thing that happens on a lot of blog sites, one thing I learned from product blogging on a site I started in about 2006, is that I had coupons on there, and the coupons were all expired because guess what? It's 2012. It's 6 years later. And people are still finding these. They weren't necessarily looking for the coupon, but they were looking for a discount on the product. And it created a very negative experience for me. You may want to check which bloggers have coupons and which don't, and see if they're actually expired for you. You can do this by clicking through the referral URLs you see in your reporting system. You want to look for broken images and links. If you can show them, hey, you guys have broken images here and your link isn't working because maybe we canceled that link by accident, and then you send them the actual link in a brand new banner to replace it with, you're helping them make money, which is going to make you money, and you're helping to regain exposure and make it a better user experience. One thing to help a product blogger to not rank for your terms, but to still be able to help change out coupons, is teach them about categories and tags. So if they use a category for your store name, chances are it's probably not going to rank for you, it's not strong enough. If they just add you into a tag cloud, it could actually increase your click-throughs off of their blogs if your name becomes really large in the tag cloud, and that's probably not going to show up for your store names if you have a strong enough SEO. And now, when you need to change out posts, if you don't carry a product anymore, if your coupons are expired, what you can do is say, hey, click on your categories, and would you mind changing out the coupons on these posts? All of a sudden, every post that you're involved in is listed right there in front of them. And they can change it out like that. It's really quick, it's really easy. My old site, hundreds and hundreds of posts easily where I don't even know what's on them and I didn't categorize them correctly. So when a merchant would ask me to change this out, I have no clue how to do it and I'm completely lost. And they still want to work with me, but I just don't know how to find everything. So we both spend a ton of time looking through the site trying to find everything. So now I make sure when I'm working with the product bloggers or a blogger that I've given coupons to, they definitely use a category or a tag for every time they're doing something with one of my clients or a store. And it just really makes the whole process a lot simpler. Another thing that's very important to have them do is to list the exact date and time that that post was made. And they want to write on it, hey, this post is from February 23rd, 2007. This coupon may no longer be available. Please write to me to find new coupons. And then your affiliate's going to start writing to you because they're excited to work with you and they have somebody asking about it. So they know they're going to make a sale. And it creates less of a negative experience because they know the coupon's not going to work when they come to your site. So it's not bad for you and it's not bad for the affiliate because they have already told the person this is a very old coupon. It's very important that your content sites and blogs that use coupons include a date and time next to the coupon code. So content sites. Oh, is there any questions yet? Okay. For content sites, one thing that works great is writing unique articles for them. Another thing that you can do is you can ask for banners with the review instead of just one or the other to increase click-throughs and add credibility. So if they're just writing a review, ask them to place a banner in their sidebar or ask them to put a banner inside the post that says click here, give them a call to action instead of just maybe a small link. Pre-code pages for them. If you have a nice storefront and you know that their site can easily sell certain products, create a storefront, pre-code it, add their affiliate ID in, and just send them the code so they can copy and paste the code into their sites. You want to look through their sites and you can make some recommendations of where you could be a good fit. You can also make recommendations if you know SEO well, if you know conversion rate optimization well, and help them increase their own revenue. Some of them will appreciate this and want to work with you even more because you've helped them increase their overall business. This could in turn help you increase yours, or they may know other websites that they work with for SEO and say, hey, you should join this affiliate program. Pull your conversion rate from them in the media buy or from AdWords and use it as an example of why they should put you ahead of others. So if you don't work with adware, if you don't work with sites that are poaching coupons, and you don't work with trademark poaching, you may have an advantage over a competitor that does. You could say, guess what? I'm able to provide you this program where your cookies are more than likely not going to be overridden by this type of behavior. And now all of a sudden you have a really strong case. If you say this is our conversion rate off of these types of products and during this season or during this particular month or day, well, probably week, you have a really strong case as to say, what are you making with them? And when they work with this type of site, you're losing these sales. With us, you're not. Here's what you could potentially be making off your conversion rates, and you can give them actual numbers for their potential and forecast it for them. Media buys and custom deals. So some affiliates will use things called PPV, Interruptive, Toolbars, Reminderware, lots of different things, interstitial. This could potentially be adware. In a majority of cases that I've seen it, it was adware, and they were popping ads over people, over the merchant's site. Person comes to your site, the screen or window opens, or something starts flashing, and it could redirect and set the cookie. They're calling that a media buy. My version of a media buy is when you go out to other sites and you actually buy ad space on them and drive it to you, not popping an ad over my own site and trying to take credit for my customers coming to it. So you want to be cautious and actually ask, which networks are you buying through? And know your networks. Know which ones partner with other networks. Know which ones go through. Actually, I just met with a company called Ad Clarity, and one of the cool things about them is they show you all of the servers and exchanges that every ad goes through. And you can actually pick out exactly how the ad was served, who bought it, who it landed on, where it was served on which page, and this can really help to show what actually happened with the media buy and if it was legit or not. And then if it's profitable, you can actually cut out every exchange, every middleman, and just go direct with these sites and direct with the networks that they're buying through and really increase your own media sales if you do media buying for your company. You want to use your program to negotiate cheaper rates. So if your media team wants to buy space on a certain site, but that site's way out of your budget, what you can do is say, look, we're going to give you half the money. At the same time, you'll earn a commission on each sale. Let's just see how this works as a test to start out, and sometimes this will help you get on sites that you actually can't afford on your own. Use your program for tracking to get data and recruit others to turn media buys into partners. So one thing that can be fun is with a media buy, say, hey, instead of using my ad tags or instead of using like a Google URL builder URL to track, why don't you use this affiliate link real quick, okay? Set it to a 0 commission and then have them run that. All of a sudden you're going to see the sales that came through and say, hey, by the way, if you would have done this, been an affiliate instead of a media buy, you would have made X amount of money. Instead, you only made this because we bought from you. I've turned a lot of top performers into affiliates just from doing a media buy first. I worked with the media team to do that. And it works amazing because they're like, wait, I'm losing money by not being in this program. And they can log into the network and see, wait, I just had 5 sales at this percentage. Wait, I could have made a lot more than like the little fee you're paying me. So it's a great way to recruit affiliates is to do mini media buys. So are there any questions yet? Tools that you can provide. So these are some tools that I've worked with in the past, I currently work with, and that I really enjoy, or that I don't work with anymore. So data feeds. If you have a data feed, which you all should, a quick heads up, if you do use a data feed, write a custom one. You don't want your affiliates competing, you don't want the comparison engines, and you don't want duplicate product descriptions everywhere on the web. Instead, give them a unique one and send it out to them. But you have pop shops. It's an automatic storefront generator that you can have your affiliates just automatically load stores in. You have Golden Can. You have Data Feeder. For videos, you have ViewBix, which is a tool that I use a lot on my own sites. I also actually manage the program, so I'm going to fully disclose that. But I believe in the product because I use it. It's on most of my sites, and it really does increase sales for your programs. The Share Sale video tool, I rely on this heavily at times. So they offer, Bayat has a partnership with Quill. Some of the other networks have partnerships with videos providers as well. And you can give your affiliates videos that enable them to add clickable links into the video. And if it's shared on Facebook or Twitter or if it's even just on their websites, they can now click through the videos. Instead of just watching the video, they can click through and generate a sale instead of just having someone watch and not click on anything. It makes it more interactive, more interesting, and you can drive more people into your site. So look and see if the network you're on, like Share a Sale or Buy At, if they have an actual video tool, and try to shoot some videos. Or if your affiliates shoot their own videos, ask them, be like, hey, would you mind if I'd upload this to the network for you? And you can, on most networks, provide it just exclusively for them. And sometimes they'll say yes, offer it to everybody out there. And now you have video creative for your affiliates to use. Widgets are awesome. Is everyone familiar with widgets? Okay. So a widget is when you take your data feed and you enter specific products into a predefined space. So it could be 125 by 600 or 160 by 600 or 300 by 250 or 160 by 600. And you have the products automatically in there and you can change them out at will. One thing you need to be cautious of is if you're placing them in and you predefined the space, you don't want to change that because you could break the affiliate's code instantly by changing the pixel width. So you really need to be cautious. But they're great ways because now you can add products into that person's site without them having to know how to code. All they do is copy and paste the widget code into the banner and ad space. And that's a great way to drive extra click-throughs. With article spinners, Google and the search engines hate spun articles. They definitely don't recommend it. I have used them in the past. I don't use them right now. I do recommend that if you choose to use this, you make sure that your spinner has a uniqueness count and it's at least 75% to 100% unique. It is a black hat tactic. Like I said, you can get penalized. You can have your affiliates get penalized for it. So you need to be cautious. If it's not that unique, it's going to create duplicate content and be very unoriginal for your affiliates, and they're not going to be happy if they go out and search and find this. It could create a lot of spelling and grammar issues for you. And if you have the affiliate sites out there and they're using spun articles, they can take certain sentences they think haven't been spun, type that sentence into Google, and all of a sudden they can find each other, steal their own tactics, methods, their own keywords that they're going after, and now your affiliates are going to be really upset with you because their site's going to start tanking when the competitors take over their keywords. This also gives your own competing merchants a way to find your affiliates and your top performers because they can find one of them, take some of the sentences, and find all the articles you spun. So it's definitely not necessarily the best thing anymore, but some people are still using it as a tool that they can provide. So are there any questions? Yes. Start with your top 100, grab a bottle of wine, and enjoy it. One thing, no, you can actually, what I've done with some, I had a client that had over 2 million products in a feed. It was a Fortune 500 company, and that one was really hard to get through. What we did was we found college students, and we found people that could write properly, describe the product well, and just start. We gave them each 100 a week to do, and just slowly went through. They definitely got nowhere near the 2 million mark, but we took our best-selling products, the highest click-through products, and ranked them, and then just kept sending them a new list to do each week, so we get maybe 1,000 a week done for very inexpensive, or very cheap. It's just, unfortunately, it's something, you can spin them if you want to, but you never know what's gonna come out of the spinner. So, yeah, I mean, I wish there was an easier way. There are some tools out there that say they can do it for you. I have yet to find one that works well enough that I would trust it. Are there any other questions? Oh, let me go back. Do you want me to sing, dance? No, I'm kidding. I've done it before. Yes, what about it? Okay, so once you're a merchant, you can change it. It has to be, I believe, in Flash for Share a Sale, and you can upload your videos onto your own server. They actually have a Flash converter or whatever form it is. So you upload your video, it converts it for you, then you upload it to your own server so it's not in a locked folder. Then you go into the tool, you place the URL there, it uploads it into the Share a Sale player, and then you define where you want the links to show, which links you want and for which products. And all of a sudden you just click public or whatever the button is, And now all of your affiliates are able to copy and paste embed code directly into their site with the share sale tool. So they've made it extremely easy. So, yes? Oh, wait, 1 second. The question was, how does the share sale video tool work?
Is there a service that create a widget for you, or is there a company that provides that service, or do you need to?
There's a few that I used to use a long time ago, but they've all actually gone under for the most part. One of the best things you can do is work with a network that provides widgets. ShareSale has an awesome widget tool. Not to push ShareSale, but they really do have the best one that I've seen out of any network. LinkShare had a pretty cool storefront tool. I haven't used it for a while, but that one worked really well, and you were able to define certain metrics, so it could be like a mini widget, but you can't go in and change out everything because it's just static HTML. I would just search for create widgets on Google and look for one that you trust and that could work with your own particular type of data feed. Because with the widgets, it's going to pull off of keywords, it's going to pull off of sometimes image names, and so it gets really tricky, and you have to find one that may, if you're on Yahoo stores or if you're on Volusion, you have to find one that's going to really work well with that type of shopping cart. So, does that answer the question? No problem. Are there any other questions? Okay, great. Well, you're welcome to come find me at the show if you had something you didn't want to ask here. My name's Adam Riemer. I'm at Rollerblader on Twitter. Skype's Adam-Riemer, and my blog is adamriemer.me. So thank you all very much for coming, and have a great summit.